They're finally bringing back the flavored Coke Zeros, because for a long time, pandemic time had we weren't able to get Coke Zero. You could only get Diet Coke because the Splenda is made in America, and the sweetener that they use for Zero is Chinese, is made in China.
Didn't know that.
And so there was a shortage.
What is it made of? What sweetener is it? That's a Christmas song. I know that one. It's the Krisha and Frank show. Why would you even talk about that? They're not going to pay us to talk about their soda.
You never know.
Okay. It's the Krisha and Frank show on Instagram. No. What are we on? What the heck are we on?
We are on Instagram.
We do have
I'm
Insta.
I'm going to close this out so weird.
We've got Insta, and we've got Twitter, and we've got Facebook, which is nice.
Yeah.
But where it really counts is on the podcasting apps and YouTube. That's where it counts. Some people refer to,
we're on Instagram.
Some people refer to YouTube as a social media.
It is.
And I guess it is, but it's also the number 2 website in the world.
Yeah.
Behind Google. So
that's all my kids watch.
Yeah.
They don't use anything else. Well, Chris uses Disney Plus, but...
Right, but I mean, I watch mostly YouTube myself because I watched a Knoxville Opera Christmas concert the other night on YouTube. But my point is that I had this discussion, I had passionate plea with somebody who wanted to put videos we were doing on Facebook Live. And I said, that's fine. Yeah. But, I mean, to me, YouTube is a more valuable piece of real estate, and I'm hoping I'm right. When we had the same conversation, we said, okay, yes, we're going to put our videos on YouTube.
I will say that Grady Milligan, an artist who I'm rapidly, a local artist who I'm just becoming obsessed with.
When you say artist, visual or musical?
Musical.
Okay.
He's a musician, and he's fantastic. And he did some really cool stuff with Knox Brew Tours at the beginning of quarantine, where he would go and do porch concerts and yard concerts. That
sounds like fun.
He would order beer and dinner, and they would deliver it to you, and then Grady would play you music, and I thought it was so great. And he did a thing the other night where he had a Zoom hangout, then went to Facebook Live, but had a private Facebook Live. So it was by invite only. Mm-hmm. And so then he played music and then went back to Zoom for a hangout. So he did this
and said, "What's up, ladies?"
Because no, he did not. But
no, he sent you a emoji of fire.
No.
Private Facebook Live.
Definitely no.
Okay.
But then he went back to Zoom to hang out because the audio quality was better for him to play music on Facebook Live than on Zoom.
Interesting.
And
I'm not impressed with the Zoom audio quality.
No, it's poo.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Interesting.
But here we are.
Hello.
We're on all the things.
Well, the YouTube audio quality is pretty good, I think.
It is.
I mean, also when we're using the good mic.
So also subscribe so we can go live on YouTube.
Yes, once we hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, they allow you...
We're almost halfway there.
...to go live from your mobile device. They block it. If you're on an iPhone or a Droid phone, what?
Sorry, I said we're almost halfway there, and then I said, living on a prayer.
That's one of Artie Rocket's favorite songs.
Is it?
He loves all the Bon Jovi. But,
that's so awesome.
Shot through the heart and also Living on a Prayer. So sorry, we're now on a tangent.
Here we go.
But for his birthday, I dedicated Living on a Prayer to him. Mm-hmm. And I had done it in such a fashion where it was coming out of some other song that his mom liked. It was a perfect scenario.
Cute.
And I did the bit, and you hit the post when it goes not all the way to 42 seconds, but whatever it is. And I, just for grins, I sent him a video of what it looked like
while you were doing it.
That's cool. Audio mixer, in the software. So you see this first song fading out, and then you see Grandpa talking, and the other song coming in, and apparently he wanted to watch that more than he wanted to hear the song.
Of course,
because seeing it's cool. It has magic. It's like you showed me, and I was riveted by the audio software of Mariah Carey. And then Whitney Houston.
So it's a TikTok, and it's all I want for Christmas is you. You. It's good stuff.
So they mixed
I Will Always Love You
by Whitney with
All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey.
See, that's something. I was into mashups for a while. Back in the early 2000s, I think they were a thing. Around where they would take two disparate songs and just mix them together in such a way that you're like, that sounds like one song.
That's pretty much all of TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw Elton John did a TikTok of Step Into Christmas.
See, Stephen Sondheim's on TikTok.
Is he still alive?
He is still alive, and he's
How old
on
is he?
TikTok. Do you know who my favorite TikTok is?
No, I didn't.
Mandy Patinkin.
I'm just still mind blown that Stephen Sondheim is still. I thought he was like from the 1950s.
Oh no! And one of his first TikToks was him just standing in his living room, and he's like, "I'm eating a biscuit, but someone put them in the fridge, and they're very cold."
Stephen Sondheim. Okay. I guess I didn't realize. I thought to me he was like an old timer. He was born in 1930.
He's old.
So he's older than my parents. So that's old.
Yeah, he's
90.
old.
He's 90.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my apologies to Stephen Sondheim.
He thought you would date.
I didn't have any idea that you were still with us.
Oh no, he is, and it's
All right.
fantastic.
I don't keep up.
Yep.
I mean, I once they're dead, I usually know they're dead.
Andrew Lloyd Webber's on TikTok.
See, I watch him on other things. I'm like, he's got a YouTube channel where they put up the musicals, and I think it's terrific.
pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watched somebody named Maz Murray. Have you ever heard of Maz Murray? I don't know who she is either, but she sang a lovely medley of songs, ABBA songs from Mamma Mia, and I think she must have been in the original London cast of Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia. You know that show Mamma Mia where they get on there and they talk about mammals.
Mama.
How come ABBA didn't do a Christmas album?
Oh my gosh, I love ABBA.
I love the ABBA.
So, what is this delightful goodness that you have for us after we talk about Bonezones?
Well, Megan's friend Doro has...
Doro, that's a cool name.
Her name's Dorothy, but they call her Doro.
Doro.
And her sister is Kat, which is probably Catherine or Kathleen, but Doro and Kat.
It sounds like a Doro cat sounds like an anime cartoon character.
And they're lovely people.
Yeah.
They're wonderful people. And Doro, I think, got married a couple of years before Megan and has... So it's like, it's easy for... They were classmates at George Mason, but it's easy for Megan to call Doro and say, oh, the kids are doing this. And Doro's like,
well, just...
I'm a year ahead of you or 2 years ahead of you. Let me tell you what to expect.
Oh, buddy.
So Doro said... that she wanted us, I guess she's been watching or listening because Megan has been sharing the posts and saying, please subscribe to my dad's YouTube.
Please.
So he will just shut up. And Doro said, oh, have you seen the list of Scottish snowplows that's making the rounds? It's kind of gone viral. Because she thinks it would be funny to hear us attempt Scottish accents. And I wrote back that I said, my Scottish accent is bad, but it's funny. My Irish accent is passably good. Because I can hear my friend Father Michael, and I went to Ireland, and I can hear it, and I think I'm within the ballpark. Whereas my Scottish accent, and I have a little anecdote to tell you about that one time at the improv show that I saved from crashing and burning. Have I told you this one? Okay. But it was all based on a stupid Scottish accent, and it saved the show.
Well, we are opposite because my Irish accent is terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Every time I do it, it's just terrible. But I do a Scottish accent, and I'm all right.
Oh.
Yeah, so
well, then
we're
I can
good.
learn from you. And maybe I can teach you a thing about the Irish.
Yes.
The Irish is just, it's all lilt. I just think about
Yes, you do.
I think about Father Michael Woods.
He's Father Michael Woods.
And
but if you want to go to the Irish accent, it's totally fine. You get to do right in the top of your mouth.
That's very good.
And
mouth.
thank you.
The way you said mouth is right.
My mouth. And you got to take your tongue, and it goes up to the top of the roof of your mouth.
All right.
But then see what I just did? The roof of your mouth. The roof.
Oh, the roof.
The roof of your mouth is not part of the Irish. You've got to stop in your Scottish accent, and it's where it goes. But right now we need to talk about Bonezones.com. Don't forget the S.
Well, the Scot-Irish people are all over East Tennessee, and Dr. Bass will look at their bones.
Well, look at anybody's bones.
Because that's what Bonezones is all about. He studies, he's the greatest forensic anthropologist, and has so many students who have gone on to do brilliant work everywhere, all over the globe. And he's written about it in these books that you can buy at bonezones.com, get them autographed, the fictional Jefferson Bass books, or the nonfiction books with John Jefferson, so it's John Jefferson, Dr. Bill Bass.
And I got to say that they have been fantastic. If you've ordered from them and used Krisha and Frank, they have given you free shipping on all of your Christmas shopping.
So that ends. Today's the last day we can offer that.
I was going to say, if you're just now ordering something for Christmas, it'll get there afterward.
Tell them you're a procrastinator. Ask Dr. Bass for an extension on the assignment.
Right. It's not that big a deal. Bonezones.com. Don't forget the S. You can get the tumblers.
Oh, I need to take a sip of water while you talk.
You can get the tote bags, the books. There's all sorts of and the t-shirts are super cool too. So check them out. Bonezones.com. Don't forget the S. And thank you for their support.
Yeah. It's got great stuff in there. All right.
Okay. So how I do a Scottish accent is I go into donkey.
Oh,
and
that's Mike
I just
Myers.
go from Shrek. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how to get
most
my
of Mike
Scottish
Myers' accents are Scottish, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. And maybe the only thing he can do.
Well, I understand that. I mean, some of us have limited scope in our accents. So Doro has sent this list of funny, punny snowplow names from Scotland, and a lot of them are like referencing classic rock type
Some
people.
of them, but I particularly enjoy if you're going out and you're getting in your snowplow and you're like, goodbye, honey, I'm going to go fire up Gritney Spears.
Gritney Spears.
Gritney Spears.
How about Slippy McGritty?
Oh, I like Snobby Gone Kenobi.
I think a gritter is what they actually call the snowplow over there.
Yeah.
So you
Snobby Gone Kenobi.
Snowby Gone Kenobi. How about... I want to break freeze.
I want to break freeze.
Pardon me while I get on my gritty bang bang.
Okay, Darth Spreader.
That sounds dirty.
I just like that somebody was like, I'm going to go for salty.
Is that what it's called?
Salty.
Just salty.
Salty.
Aye, salty. Salty. How about Sprinkle Bell? Aye, Sprinkle Bell. It's like they're naming their horses.
It's a horses. Slippy McGritty.
Sir
Slippy McGritty. That's my dancer name.
Slippy, and it's gritty. Because the pole.
Snokimon Go.
Where's that one?
Right under Snowby Gun Kenobi. And Sprinkle Bell.
Sandy the Solway Salter. Who? Solway? They have a Solway over there?
Gritty Bang Bang.
That's my fave.
Oh, you.
I think I could.
Gritty Bang Bang. Gritty Bang Bang, we love you. And in Gritty Bang Bang, Gritty Bang Bang, sweep the shoes. I don't know. Sweep the shoes.
Here's one just called Fred.
That's Fred.
Just Fred.
And for your ice only.
Wait, it seemed like there were some more Freddie Mercury ones. I guess that's what I Want to Break Freeze is a Queen reference,
Yes.
right?
Han Snolo.
Oh, she needs them for your ice only.
For your ice only.
For your eyes only.
All right, well, that's fun. But what were you going to tell me about
Oh,
the
how
accent?
I saved a improv show from crashing and burning.
Yes, that's good.
We're doing a guessing game of some kind, and it's a bunch of improv newbies in the audience. We were not. It was not a home game. It was an away game. We were somewhere else.
Yes.
I think we were at the Blue Slip Winery, in fact. And
It no longer exists.
I'm going to have to get whatever it is. I'm going to be assigned a quirk, and I have to guess where I think I am.
Right.
He thinks he's at a what, and some moron in the audience said clan rally or clan meeting, and the room goes cold. Okay, but I looked at whomever was hosting and taking the suggestion and said, "Just I got this." Because now, and meanwhile, it's a mixed racial audience,
right?
So I know that the room has gone cold, and I know this was an inappropriate thing. But I come bursting out there in the scene, thinking I'm at a Klan rally, and I start going, "Oh, hello, everybody!" And I go as Scottish as I can. Scottish,
fantastic.
And the audience, it's like
because you took somebody's really inappropriate, stupid, dumb, idiotic, moronic thing to say.
Yeah.
And
what
thinking,
you get, but remember, I've been doing improv for a long time, so I'm used to the stupid suggestions, the inappropriate suggestions. So I'm like,
I'm gonna fight.
It's
him.
awkward, isn't it?
It's
like the rest of the room looks at me with just this warmth. It's like the room has gone from cold. Maybe those two idiots were cold, but I could feel it. I could feel it as soon as I came out there. They're like, "Thank you for saving this."
Thank you, because people think that it's funny, and it's not. It's just if it's inappropriate in real life, it's inappropriate in a comedy show, and it's not going to be funny.
What was that thing you showed me about?
Oh, you can't say it.
I know
here.
you can't say it, but it was some.
Tell me you're an improviser without telling me you're an improviser.
So the guy does a skit, and the person off camera yells out a typical inappropriate comment.
Yeah.
that I
need a suggestion for how to start this scene. Tell me something that's in your trunk.
Well, his question was, what's your favorite color?
Right.
And they still shouted.
Yeah, which it happens.
Oh, yeah. Eggplant.
And that's my my go-to for dumb guy voice.
Yeah, you can always spot the idiot who's never been to an improv show before and thinks he's funnier than everybody else in the room.
The worst part is people who go all the time, and it's the same in stand-up comedy. And oh, don't get me started. Like I seriously, I was like, start stretching my neck because it's just it's not.
I wasn't
funny.
trying to make you uncomfortable. I was trying to say, here's an example of one time that my Scottish accent
saved the day.
Was good
saved
enough.
the day. No, I'm addicted to this. It's older YouTube. I don't know if it still even exists, called Anglophenia. And it was hosted by Siobhan Thompson. And she can do, she takes you through all of the accents of Northern Ireland.
Well, just London itself has all those distinct
and she goes through all, and it's so fantastic. Ooh, speaking of which, I have to go buy HP sauce today.
That's a British thing, right?
It is.
Is it, what is it
It's
for?
like a steak sauce.
Is it like Lee and Perrins? No, that's LP.
This is HP sauce. It's kind of like a Heinz 57 or an A1 sauce.
Why?
It's so delicious.
I'm not saying it's not delicious.
I'm buying it for a
saying,
gift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For a British person?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I need to go do that.
I do like to. I was. I promised I would go another episode without mentioning anyone who lives in England.
You've gone 3 episodes. Like the last time you mentioned him, I think was on Monday.
I tried.
Yeah.
Because it would.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I don't give a turd.
All right. Because there's these.
Hi, Bean.
There's these. He does this bit with minty biscuits. There's some comedian over in England.
Minty biscuits.
That does a minty biscuit bit, and I guess they're like Thin Mints cookies, but they're apparently delightful. And all of these things that I keep hearing and reading about, these different flavored British cookies or biscuits, just make me want to go to the British store and buy up some of this stuff. But I mean, I don't need more cookies.
I will say Food City has a very good international section, and that's where I can get Bird's custard.
They have
and
spotted
HP
you know
sauce.
what over there.
They do.
Woo!
You can say that.
I can?
Yeah.
What is it?
Spotted dick?
I don't know
it's like
what
a
it is.
sponge cake. It's like a.
All right.
It's. I have some at my house right now.
Really?
Yes.
Have you? Okay.
I actually do.
You're not just saying that to be funny.
No, I actually do. It comes in a can, and it's not bad.
I'm trying to think of any international food I have on hand. I couldn't even.
I have Bird's custard. Oh man, custard is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be a fun show. We could ask Tanya Cinnamon to send us more money.
Don't.
You sent us plenty. Don't. I'm saying that as a joke, Tanya. But I'm saying we can ask Brian Hornback could send us money, and we could get Krisha to eat some British food.
I mean, I have a can of spotted dick at home.
Well, I mean, something else though besides that, because that's too easy. That's like the joke that we're just talking about.
But have you ever even seen it?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you said it's sponge cake.
That's kinda, not really, kinda.
All right.
Yeah.
So it sounds fine.
Yeah.
But I think I want to try these cookies, these biscuits.
Biscuits.
I one time I did a bit on stage with a chef who had worked for Diana and the boys. And
okay, I was like
Princess Diana.
I was like Diana and the boys.
I can't remember the guy's name, but anyway, they brought him to America for some food show, City food show, whatever. I was at some event, and I'm up on stage with the guy, and I'm emceeing it, and he's going to make the Prince's favorite cake, which is a no-bake cake. So basically, it's crushed up cookies. It's basically what it is, and it was these biscuits. You took these special biscuits that they liked, and
which are cookies,
and you crushed them up, and you put them into a thing in a mold, and put some other stuff in.
So if a biscuit is a cookie, what's a biscuit?
They don't. I bet you they don't have like a Bojangles, good old Southern biscuit.
Like a Mrs. Winners.
Yeah, what would they call that?
I don't know.
An American roll. It's an American roll.
The Fatty McFatters and a piece of hunk of bread.
Do you have a favorite biscuit?
Mrs. Winners.
Wait, what?
They don't exist anymore, but Mrs. Winners biscuit.
Are we talking about which kind of? I'm confused as to which biscuit we're discussing.
American biscuit.
Like as in, go to Cracker Barrel / Bojangles / Hardee's.
Right.
Or somewhere else.
Mrs. Winners. but they don't exist anymore. Oh. But my dad used to drive me through there when I went to Thaxton School, and I would get a butter biscuit and a little packet of honey, and I was allowed to put the honey on it myself, and I would eat a honey biscuit.
See, I don't normally like salty food, but there's something about the Bojangles biscuits which are like they double down on the salt. They're like eating a salt lick.
They're really good.
But there's something about it that just, with probably the butter too, it just makes me want to eat a salty biscuit.
Salty biscuit.
Aye.
And my favorite cookie / biscuit.
British biscuit / cookie?
Nutter butter.
Really?
Yep. Or pecan sandies.
Huh.
Or shortbread. Or
none of those would
Oreo thin.
None of those would be on my top
or
list.
Fudge stripe.
Fudge stripe, maybe.
EL fudge. Oh, EL fudge! I haven't had an EL fudge in forever.
When I was a kid, there was a cookie called, I think it was called Fudge Town. Had a hole in the middle where the fudge popped out.
Yes, my mama used
round.
to get those.
They were like daisy shaped. With a hole in the middle.
And a bloop of fudge.
And a bloop of fudge. It was like a layer and then a bloop.
I don't think it was Fudge Town, though.
What was it called?
I don't know, but I don't think it was Fudge Town.
I'm sure you would drive over there and get them. 1960s fudge cookie.
Just type in Fudge Town cookie and see if it exists.
Well, what do you think it was called?
I don't know.
Fudge Town.
Wow.
There it is.
All right.
It was absolutely Fudge Town.
Well, the kind that I would have were not called Fudge Town, but they were almost exactly the same. They must have wisely changed the name.
Yeah, to Fudge Village or Fudge City.
I just named a ridiculous amount of cookies. Like, meh.
Well, I like pfeffernüsse, and this is the time of year where I wish I could get pfeffernüsse in East Tennessee. I have some in the freezer from last year that we buy them up north. They're a spice cookie that you can only get at Christmas time.
Pfeffernüsse?
Yeah,
pfeffernüsse.
They're so good. If they weren't frozen solid, I would give you one.
What's it? The yellow box of like fruited cake pan that you get at Christmas time. It's not a fruit cake, but it's like it's like Pantone.
Yeah.
Something like that. I love
Pantene.
that Pantone. No. But I love that, and it's fantastic. But when I was in New York and I went to a bakery there, they had it as French toast. And it is the panettone.
This stuff?
Yes.
Is that right?
It's
Classic
delicious.
Christmas Italian panettone.
It is so good, but they had it as a French toast.
I can see how that would be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to go.
Yes, thank you. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so happy Christmas Eve.
We'll see you after Christmas, Monday.
Are we taking tomorrow off?
Oh, wait, tomorrow's Christmas Eve?
Yeah, we can take tomorrow. Whatever you say.
I don't know.
We'll discuss it after this meeting.
Surprise!
All right. Thanks for watching, Krisha and Frank. Talk to you later.
Bye.